Yo, what's going on, guys? Eagle Talks Football. I'm back again with another video. Today on Vibes from the Six, I got a good show for you guys. We're going to be talking about Newcastle, Brighton, and have Newcastle just secured their top four hopes. And also, Man City are now in the final after thrashing Real Madrid. Hamza is going to be with us to break it all down. And we also have Mo here to talk about Inter and how much of a chance they have, in addition to talking about the Premier League's managers. We'll see if we can get into some other conversations also. And Jurgen Klopp has been suspended by the Premier League for an incident that took place at the game versus Tottenham. So all this plus more on today's show. Let's get started. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? We got Staffy in the building. We got Mo in the building. We got my guy Fator. We got Hamza jumping on very soon, and Jordy Dreads is going to be joining us also. I was going to start with Newcastle, but since he's not here, we're just going to pivot a little bit. But how's everyone doing?
Yeah, man, all blessed, man. Watching football.
Good.
Yeah. There's a lot of football on. Let's be honest. You got Conference League. You got, what are you watching? League
playoffs.
League One.
League One. Oh man,
championship playoffs, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to the basketball tonight also. So there's a lot of sports on tonight. Lakers playing, right? So we're gonna have to wait and see. Hamza's in the building. Hamza, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How you doing, man?
You're enjoying life. I seen you in your stream yesterday. You're going crazy. You're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. I'm happy. Me and Mo.
You know what? I was going to begin with the Newcastle game, but since you guys are here and he's not here yet, we'll start with Manchester City. Manchester City absolutely thrashed Real Madrid in what was a statement game to Europe. You made Real Madrid look average.
Yeah.
Brentford had a better going at your ground than Real Madrid did. Arsenal at least scored a goal. Like, I know this is shameless, but like, at least we scored a goal. You guys thoroughly dispatched Real Madrid, and everyone here seen it. It was men against boys. What were you saying, bro? Talk to me.
Yeah, I think last year,
a little bit level-headed. It's the second day now. A little bit slower.
Listen, now I know. I'm the guy. I'm the UEFA rank number one. Yeah. Listen. All I say, like, this was coming. I predicted it, like, in terms of, I was being humble. But when we drew Bayern, and then I'll never forget, and then they said you had to play Real Madrid. I thought, what a tough run to the Champions League. So when we beat Bayern, I was more confident. I was more worried with Bayern because I thought, if we face Chelsea or Real Madrid, we have to revenge. Both have beaten us. One is beating us in the final, and one knocked us out so bad last season. We were hurt. So this season, we should have beaten them last season. That scoreline should have been that scoreline last season. But we didn't get it done. We didn't have a striker. I said to you so many times, we don't have that number 9. I know he didn't score, but he was the guy that we needed most because he takes players out the game. He causes problems. But we are also more matured. More leaders in the pitch. Akanji, Ake, Laporte. They're very strong. Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Kyle Walker. They're physical. They don't mess around. Cancelo was good, but little, his mind will be like somewhere else within. And then you would see, we're already behind because Cancelo made a mistake. Now we're seeing why Man City needed this new squad. Remember, Akanji, when we recruited him, came for 4th. It was a 4th choice centre-back for Dortmund. And Dortmund fans didn't want him. So at least we got leaders. So yesterday's game, when we went there, it was City dominated. City dominated, destroyed, humbled. Yeah? Madrid were not there. Madrid was shocked. Madrid couldn't do anything. First half, they were lucky. Their best player was Thibaut Courtois. We're saying the truth. Thibaut Courtois was the best player. They were lucky to have got 4. It should have been 10. It should have been 8. Like last season, it should have been 8. So when you're missing that chance, and you go, I was thinking, come on. But I was on live stream on Scrubs and Scotland, and I said, guys, we're gonna score. Because you can't make me this mistake against the City side. They will score. They're not like last season. They will score. And the game came on. Bang, Bernardo Silva. Another goal, but from the other side. He scored a brilliant goal against them, the other side. But this one, Camavinga, nowhere to be seen. People said, oh, Camavinga stopped Bernardo. Oh, they needed Camavinga. Oh, Camavinga is injured. Oh, Real Madrid are finished. Real Madrid are full. They had everyone. Vinicius, best winger in the world. I warned you. Kyle Walker's the guy. He's not Trent. He's not Trent. He's not Trent. What are we doing here? People say Trent and Kyle Walker completely. He's not Ben White. He's Kyle Walker. Mbappe got pocketed. Messi got pocketed. Everyone's been pocketed.
One second. When did Messi get pocketed by Kyle Walker?
Thank you. Good question. We've played them twice last season. I was on the ground when Messi was trying to take him on. He'll get the ball off Messi. I watched the game. I saw him against Mbappe, against France. He kept Mbappe quiet. Mbappe. He kept Vinicius quiet. At one point, Vinicius was ahead of him. He's 32 years old. He was like, whoa. He caught him up. John Stones, Benzema. Where was Benzema? Where was Karim? Karim was done. Karim, the best thing he could do is to pick up the ball, go to halfway line, put it for kickoff. Another collecting the ball. I saw him. He was just shaking his head. There was nothing he could do. Chouameni came on. Rudiger came on. City are just too strong.
You make me sick, bro. Ah!
We're there. So
what's going on, Dirty Jets?
To me, I'm happy. We got that revenge. We got that bottle job. You know that bottle? You remember Rodrigo? No, it's finished. Memory is done. People are going to remember and say, oh, he was a thrashing. 4-0.
You ain't won it yet, bro. You ain't won it yet. Calm down, bro.
I know. Let me calm down.
You ain't won it yet, Hamza.
Yeah, I know, bro.
He can't stop himself. In his heart of
He's
hearts.
no one, bro. But I understand.
His heart of hearts, he wants to go crazy. But yo, Staffy, you're listening to Hamza speak. It's bringing you down, man.
It's not bringing me down. It's just like Hamza being Hamza, bro.
What's direct cup, man? Don't worry, Newcastle.
Hey, Mo, talk to him, Mo, man. Don't let him do that. He thinks he already won it, Mo.
Yeah.
Bro,
he's talking Champions League.
It's going to be his first Champions League, probably. It's
since '99.
No, how about Mo?
His first Champions League. He's a new club. Lots of money getting pumped in. The best coach in the world. They're underdog, of course, with a lot of money and the best coach in the world, the best players, but they are always going to be the underdogs. This is what they want to convince us. It's the most successful and the best run club in the world, but they want to convince us they're the underdogs. So let's just not get it twisted. When you have all the tools, you have to succeed. They should have succeeded years ago, but they didn't. So let them be happy. I'm happy for you, Hamza. I'm happy for the fans that supported Man City during the downturn when you weren't great. I'm happy for the people that went to the stadium in League One and went to the stadium in the Championship. I'm happy for these guys. I'm really happy. Like my buddy Daps, right? Daps, he went through the trenches. The guy saw his team in League One. So I'm happy for this guy because it's a pure happiness. You know what I mean? So be happy, Hamza, and enjoy this time. Football has its cycles, but probably you haven't seen a bad cycle yet. So you haven't.
No, there's no bad cycle.
You haven't. Exactly.
No,
you haven't.
sorry,
exactly.
I can't stop
so you are spoiled. You're spoiled. And
Ego, I can't go, guys. Sorry, cycle. Man. Yeah. Sorry, Steph.
Staffy, what you said?
Was talking, sorry, bro.
No, you're good, bro. No, it's a Champions League final between them two. When we talk about the FA Cup final, I'll speak. The one thing I want to say though, just Hamza, I want you to take it from someone who was on the pinnacle of football before, you know? Because like I grew up in a team that was most times than not the best team in England, and a few times we were considered the best team in Europe, and we embraced it. And this is what you're not doing. And Mo actually said that you're trying to be the underdog too much. And I understand maybe you're unfamiliar with this, even though your team has been winning for quite a few years. But this is the time to embrace it. Don't sit here and try to give us that pittiness. And you're like, well, the underdogs. No one cares about that crap. We know you're not the underdog. Just speak with your chest. Stop saying we were the underdog versus Madrid. We were the underdog versus Bayern. Oh, we're not meant to win the Champions League. We're battle jobs. You're probably going to try to say that you're the underdog going into the Champions League final because they got 3 titles and you don't. Cut it out with that crap, bro. Just say how it is, bro. When you're winning, put your chest out there and talk like it is. You know, you used to say Man United fans were arrogant. Yeah, because we were winning. You got to talk like it. You got more respect doing that. I don't want to sit here and just like bring you a box of tissues for your tears on how you were an underdog and how you guys were the little guys in the city. I don't give a shit about that. Just freaking win, bro. You saw me yesterday. I came out with chest and said what I think about the FA Cup final. No one's going to sit here and feel bad for me if I say we're not the favorites. You're going to get bantered anyways if you lose, and you're going to get hated anyways if you win. So embrace it.
No, I disagree with this. No, you got to be realistic. No, Staffy, I disagree with this.
Being realistic.
So being arrogant isn't what football fans should be about. He just
I told them to embrace it.
Because what I don't like is what Hamza says, that we beat Bayern, we beat Real Madrid. You were favorites against these teams this year, though. Maybe not last year, but this year, you were the favorites against Bayern Munich. No matter what you tell me, you were at that time in a better form. You were the better team. You were favorites, and you did the job. Just finish the job, and that's it. That's what we're asking you.
It's honestly,
that's what I said.
It's like this season propping up beating Chelsea. Let's not be real.
No, I'm just trying to say, like, Mo, you just asked me to be realistic, and that's what I'm asking.
But you're not realistic about your team.
No, forget me. No. I'm talking about
saying that you're gonna beat them. Your chances, to be honest, your chances in the FA Cup is actually smaller than Inter chances against Manchester City in the Champions League. We have at least better. We have players that might get into the City team. You don't. Not even one.
I will not go. Listen, I will not ever go into a cup final, okay, and say that we won't win.
Possible. He's right.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree with him, but we're talking realistically and theoretically, Igal. This Man United team is not on par, or not even close to this.
But that's not what I said, Mo. I did not say we're on par. I did not say.
Let's stop for a second. While we're here, we're talking about the treble, right? We're talking about the treble. So City, can they complete the treble? This is what we're talking about. They have to face Inter. They beat Chelsea on the weekend. Can we just get Chelsea out of the way? Fatur,
the league is over, bro.
Do you believe Chelsea's gonna do anything against City, or you're done?
Not really, no.
So what are you guys gonna show up and hold for?
No, we're just gonna show up and hold like 2 goals at least. Like, I don't mind with 2 goals. Like show a bit of sympathy of us. Literally, that's it. I'm happy we can see 2 or 3, but not 4.
Okay, the reason why I bring up Chelsea is because they win against Chelsea. If Arsenal win against Nottingham Forest, they win against Chelsea, the league is done. That's when it's officially won, right? They've won the league on that. Then we go into then everyone here agrees that they're going to beat Chelsea, so we can just move on from the Chelsea game.
Oh, yeah. No. There's no, even if they don't beat Chelsea, they're gonna win one of the next 3
games.
They're gonna win the league.
They're gonna win the league. But this Chelsea game, usually Chelsea's like a team that gets points off City. So even if they get a draw, they still win.
I think so.
See, y'all beating Chelsea, bro. It's done, bro. Treble's done, bro. Done.
You're done or league done? We're on the beach, man. We're already thinking about the next season.
All right, forget about the Chelsea game. You're saying
I agree with it. I agree.
Treble's done.
But the Treble's it's done, bro. It's done. They'll beat Inter, which I don't want. I want to see something different. Come on, bro. They're gonna beat Inter, bro. Unfortunately.
What makes you say that?
I can see it going.
Bro, but it's just common sense. It's not even. I know anything can happen in football. Obviously, one-off games. It's a neutral ground, etc. But come on, bro. Like
on paper,
it's the Treble's done, bro. It is what it is.
Who has done. Because Staffy and Mo, I want to hear from the you two, because you're kind of neutrals. Do you think Man United have a better chance of stopping City in the FA Cup final, or do you think Inter have a better chance of stopping them in the Champions League finals?
Start with Staffy.
You want me to talk about my game or their game?
No. Start with the neutrals first. What are you saying? Because I think, to be honest, I think they are so locked in on winning the Champions League that they have a better chance of slipping up in the FA Cup, because they're going to take the FA Cup as a practice. The real thing that they're focused on is that Champions League. They could lose the FA Cup and still win the Champions League in a successful season for them. If they lose that Champions League, it is a failure for them. Where to
Big
Manchester
time.
United fans, this is the biggest victory of your season. You've won 2 trophies and you beat your fiercest rival and stopping them in a treble. Really and truly, I'm gonna get Hamza to go last on this. But what do you think, Dreads? Who's gonna stop them?
Man, look, never underestimate Man United anyway. You know what I'm saying? As your point kind of alludes and kind of makes sense of putting focusing more on the Champions League. But if I just going by, I think it's more of a chance that Man United beat City more than Inter beat City. You get what I'm saying? Because the Inter, I like Inter as well, but I just feel like not necessarily calling up the players, but the consistent of what they're up against week in, week out compared to the Premier League, I think could be the difference. But I could be wrong. I'd love to hear what Mo thinks afterwards, but I could be wrong.
Fatur, what you say?
I'm gonna say this as well. I just think that Man United had a better chance to stop Man City's treble, just purely because Ten Hag knows how to beat Guardiola. I've seen that game back in January, but it's a complete 6-month turnover. I don't know how Ten Hag gonna set up for the final, but it'll be an more interesting game compared to the Champions League final, though. But the only thing that Inter can do in that final is, can I trust Inter to park the bus for the whole 90? Probably not. It's not going to be that easy, but they're going to give it a go. But on paper, they should be the favourites. But I do think that United have the better chance than the Inter.
We only need to avoid defeat. Yeah, that's true. I'll start with you, Staffy, because I know Mo wants to go second.
Listen, I don't know Inter that much, so I'm not going to sit here and claim that I know Inter as much as I know any Premier League team. You know, I've obviously watched a little bit of them in the Champions League, but yet that's still not enough for me to give you quite the best analytical, opinion on this. But from what Mo said, because I've done a few shows with Mo, he did say a few times how Inter is not a good transition team, which is why he wanted Madrid in the final more than Man City. And I actually agreed with him. I thought they had a better chance against Madrid than City. I feel like any team that goes against City in general, in any tournament, I would rather pick a team that's in the Premier League that is used to playing with this high intensity and used to playing against City a few times a season. We already played them twice. We lost once. We beat them once. I don't remember the last time Inter even faced City. I really don't remember it.
Never happened.
There you go. See, that's what I'm saying. I didn't want to say it hasn't happened in a while because it could have been, but there you go. So I like our chances for these facts. In addition to that, I believe, and I've said it yesterday, and I'll say it all the way until the FA Cup final, if there's one team left that you can trust on the transition against Man City, mind you, this is not the same Man City that we beat in January, so I'm not even saying that. They have been better since, and you can definitely say we regressed since. So I'm openly admit that. But if there's any team that's capable on its day to hit Man City on the transition, it is us. We have beaten them with worse managers. We have beaten them with worse squads. We've beaten them in their own field 3 times under Ole. 2 or 3. I could be mistaken. At least 2. I've seen how we played against them in the first leg. I've seen Ten Hag get slapped 6 and say, thank you for the lesson. And then he goes and he beats them 2-1. I know what this team is capable of. I hold my hand and I say when I think we don't have a chance. Yes, City's the favorite. Yes, they are the better team. Yes, we're not as good as we are. But on our day, with all the circumstances that we already mentioned, it's a Manchester derby. It's in Wembley. It's a rivalry. It's an FA Cup final. Yes, they're focused on the Champions League as well. All that, I get that. But just down to the way that we could play, we saw how Madrid can't hit them on a transition. They're not used to it. Yeah. We could. We have been criticized all season for not playing Ten Hag ball. A lot of people told me Hussam used to love saying you guys hug the De Gea and then you play on the counter. Well, guess what? This is the day that we need to do that because we've done it a few times this season, and this was always our plan B since we can't get plan A to work out well. So our plan B that got us to top 4, got us to 2 cup finals, and got us this far basically where we are in our season. I see it for one more time, at least on our day, or at least I'm hoping, bro. that for one more time is going to be enough for us to beat them. Could I be wrong? Yes. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm not a fortune teller. So no one can sit here and say, oh, this guy's deluded, because I'm not saying it will happen. But I will back my team for these reasons.
Okay. Hamza, do you want to read the super chat?
Yeah.
Big up, Alex.
Yeah, Alex, City is greater than Arsenal. Arsenal don't have a heritage. Listen, big up, Alex. Yeah, he knows it. Listen, Man United, all this talk about, about who can stop Man City, people said they can't beat Leipzig. Leipzig are good. They beat Leipzig. They said Bayern, Tuchel will stop them.
Hamza, are you doing the same speech from earlier?
No. This is what they said. Tuchel stopped them. It didn't happen.
Just
Real Madrid will stop them.
Games.
It didn't happen. They said Arsenal would have stopped them. It didn't happen. So everyone's trying to stop this truck that's down the hill and is rolling down. And you got
it's not rolling, bro. No. You're a train and there's obstacles in the way.
No, listen. And then you got this United team that I feel sorry for, because it's a team that couldn't keep a clean sheet against Tottenham. They were 2-0 up against Tottenham, bottled it.
We have the most clean sheets in the season, but thank you.
They bottled it to Brighton. Yeah. This is a team that got thumped by fighting relegation Sevilla recently. We're talking about the last 3 months. They've been caught up by Liverpool, and he's drinking water because he's stressed when I say that. He's not sure.
What's this guy to troll, man?
No, he said it.
Cheeky guy.
No, to me, I don't see them stopping me. Fergie will come on. Listen, I promise this is going to happen.
Okay. So Inter have a better chance, Hamza. That's the question.
Yes, 100%. I'll tell you why. They will try and get, this is what will happen. Remember what I told you? This will happen. 3rd of June, Fergie's going to go to the dressing room. He's going to tell them, you must protect my heritage. I'm begging you, for the sake of begging you.
He ain't doing that, man. Stop.
Laughing. Are you really laughing? Are you laughing? You guys are laughing. You think it's a joke? Fergie is going to go to the dressing room. He went to the dressing room for PSG, begging PSG to stop us not go final. Remember, he went to the PSG. He will come to the dressing room, beg Luke Shaw, beg Bruno, and say, you must, for my reputation, stop this, please. You must stop this. But you know what? Sometimes things are not going to be stopped. You bring Rio, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, Scorsese, the treble team. Each one to give you a speech. They will give you a speech in the dressing room, and your boys will walk out, and they will shit their pants when they see, yo, this is the team that beat Football Heritage. This is the team that thrashed out Real Madrid. Nah, we don't want to play. I will back them. I'm telling you now, United are done. They're finished. I'm going to have them as my croissant. You see this croissant? I'm going to eat them. How much I've eaten, biting this. You're going to get beat. And you know what? That's so nice because it has to end that way. Then I have to go more. Mo's a big. I can't take him lightly. It's a Champions League. He's under pressure. And that's the one. That's the one.
Okay. Let me transition to.
Wait, hold on. Just I need to ask him a question.
You guys are dwelling a lot. Can we just say it short?
I need to go to Mo, and then we can come back to whatever.
Yeah. Let's just keep
because it goes out of the topic. It's really gonna relate to this. Just really quick. Would you rather lose to me, or would you rather lose to Mo?
That's
all I want to know. You prefer losing to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because he wants to win the Champions League, for God's sakes. Come on, what are we doing here?
No. Go on Twitter, bro, and you'll know why I'm saying that. Because there was a video going on for fans in Manchester, Man City fans. All of them agreed that they would rather lose the Champions League than to lose the Manchester United just because of the rivalry.
Are they stupid?
I promise you, bro, and these are local people.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm not talking about
some of them.
Mo, I'll send it to you. Wallahi, I'm not even joking.
If you agree,
that is wild.
I'm gonna go. Anyone who says they'd rather lose the Champions League final over FA Cup is crazy.
Let's just keep it short. Inter are better than Man United at the moment. Man United, maybe in January they were okay. They have regressed massively, and City have actually progressed massively since January. And that game was not because of a stupid decision from the referee. Let's just keep it straight. Okay, people don't want to admit it. It was an absolute stupid decision from the referee that should not have stood. Inter, we have better players than and now a better team, especially without the back line of Man United fit, Lisandro Martinez. And Man City will have more pressure on the Champions League final than in the FA Cup. I think the FA Cup, they won't have as much pressure as the Champions League final. This is it. The Champions League final is to complete everything that Pep did in this club. Players will feel it. The manager will feel it. There is so much pressure on the Champions League. As people said, if Pep wins the Champions League with them, even if he wins the FA Cup final, he did everything that he was asked for in this club. It's done. It's over. He can leave with a good conscience that I did everything for you. Man United, at the moment, will only play the derby card. But on paper, theoretically, tactically, they are inferior to Man City. Inter, or even though you guys don't, and if you don't know me, I watch every Inter game, and I watch every Man City game, and I watch every Man United game this year. The three teams, okay? And Man City don't know what to expect from Inter. But Man City know what to expect from United as much as Man United know what to expect from City.
Yep.
Fair enough. I just want to address one comment in the comment section. Is he saying this season's England representatives in the Champions League were weak, or he's saying next season?
Next season, he's saying.
Next season.
There's a case to say this is the worst top four in Premier League history.
It wasn't egal because last season when they all made top four, they all deserved it. The regression since for Liverpool, I mean, they've kind of been okay in the last few games. But the regression for Chelsea and Liverpool showed in the Champions League. But you wouldn't have said the same thing last year. Like when we all looked at the top four last year, you would have been like, because Arsenal and Man United were a lot worse. Now this year, if you had Arsenal and Manchester United of this year in the Champions League over Liverpool and Chelsea from earlier, you would have been like, oh, these are the better two teams. But last year wasn't the case. Liverpool and Chelsea were clearly better than us.
On this. Newcastle's going to be in the Champions League next year, most likely. If everything stays the same, Man United will be in the Champions League. There'll be 3 teams in the Champions League that were not in the Champions League last year going into it. I think has that happened lately?
Not that I remember.
No. I don't think that happened.
I don't remember the last time I seen 3 teams replace
3
Champions League teams. Now,
the Leicester year. The Leicester year.
The Leicester year, Arsenal were in it. Arsenal
Spurs.
Spurs.
Okay, Spurs replaced who?
So
I mean, we can go and check.
It's the only one that went the year after, I think, was Spurs, I think.
Spurs and
Man City, actually.
No, because that year there was only 2. Because Arsenal were first, Leicester were. I mean, Arsenal were set first after. No, Leicester were first, and Arsenal
and City,
and then City. So there was only 2 people who came in that weren't in it.
I thought Spurs did.
Did Spurs finish second after Leicester? Did Spurs finish second to Leicester?
Yeah, I'm tripping.
That's how I win the season.
Anyway, I don't think so because I think Arsenal will get stronger. I think Man United are going to get stronger. And I think Newcastle at the moment, if you watch them today in the game, which is a good transition to the top 4 and Newcastle game against Brighton, they were absolutely phenomenal tactically, fitness-wise, physically on the pitch. They were absolutely amazing. I don't think any team in the Premier League outplayed Brighton, even Man City. Pep said that we struggled against Brighton. Newcastle today, that first half was total domination.
Definitely the first half, yeah.
I didn't think it was the first half. I thought it was the final 30 minutes of the game where they just woke up.
No, not really, Igal, because the last 30 minutes, Brighton started basically throwing the kitchen sink.
Chances, Igal, but the first half, it could have been 5
We were
or 6.
dominant in the first half. Facts, yeah.
Brighton tried to play their football. Newcastle strangled.
We were dominant. We weren't playing. But the second half when Brighton came out, I was more proud of the second half in the sense of, can we hold that, bro? Because
basically that's what you guys did.
And we keep that focus. You know what I'm saying? That was important. I was emotional, but anyway, I'll let you finish going.
Yeah, but Newcastle only is gonna go from strength to strength, in my opinion. The next year, what is preventing this team from getting 2-3 world-class players? Nothing. They have the stadium, they have a good city, they have the money.
Bro, they're linked to Neymar, bro. I mean, that shows the progression that they're moving.
Yeah, but
very strong link.
Oh yeah. But they can't get him.
I wouldn't want him though, but strong link.
Yeah, but
no, that's not my point. My point that the fact that you're even linked to Neymar.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't want Neymar.
No, I don't want Neymar, but we're strongly linked. I wouldn't want Neymar because he doesn't fit if you don't need that, like
He's being
his whole
realistic.
entourage and is he fit enough anyway? Nah, bro. But
So
hype, yeah. Depends how big
George,
a
let me
squad
ask you
is. But
something. Man United got 4 players this year, right?
Mm.
Newcastle United, if they get 4 or 5 players over the next
we'll get
2
7.
windows,
We'll get 7.
but just let's say 4 or 5, a right winger, another striker, a midfielder, and one of the fullbacks.
Left back, yeah.
What is preventing them from being a top team? Nothing.
Okay. What my question to everyone is:
It's characters, bro.
What's their
Dressing
expectation
room.
for Newcastle next season? If they get Champions League, as they look like they're gonna get, I think this game solidifies it for them. You know how I said Man
So do I.
United game
So do
solidifies.
I.
I think this is the game that solidifies Champions League. Grab your passports. You're going to all those great
Guys,
locations.
in Italy.
Have a good time on the Champions League.
But
for
they're going to be in
Newcastle.
pot 4, guys.
Yeah.
The chances of
That's
Newcastle
fine.
getting
That's fine.
the chance of Newcastle getting out of the group is the same as the chances of like one of those
Arsenal,
lower
man.
league
It's the same
teams
as Arsenal.
in Europe.
If one
getting-
of you lot getting
It
I
depends
wouldn't
who
go
they
there,
get.
bro.
Because
I
I'll
wouldn't
back
go there,
Newcastle
bro.
playing Barcelona.
just deep it.
I would
Real
agree.
This is
Madrid-
how
Bro,
bad
I
it is.
think we
Yeah,
can
this
beat
is how
the
bad it is,
Barcelona, bro.
Igal. This is how bad it is. Barcelona, imagine they're gonna be pot 1 next year. Barcelona are looking to sell their superstars, but this is it's not my opinion based on the football. It's based on absolutely Barcelona looking to sell their players. They're looking for someone to buy Rafinha because they can't keep him on the wage bill.
I'll take
They're
him.
looking to sell their players.
Not
Real
yet,
Madrid's
not yet,
in pot
Martin.
2, man.
Martin,
Real
I
Madrid's
did
pot
do a
2.
video on the channel
Why are we
though.
in pot 1?
I honestly don't think Newcastle are prepared for the Champions League. They need to sign a
But
lot.
that's funny, Gal. That's
No,
fine.
no.
You're not
Wait,
supposed to.
But even when they get to the Champions League, there's going to be a culture shock in the fact that they're going to have to. Eddie Howe is going to have to manage his squad, rotate a lot, and they're going to have to find a way to get the best out of a team that's playing twice a week in Europe and in the Premier League with their strongest
Keep
11.
hearing the same narrative,
Can
bro.
I ask you? Can I
Look,
ask you what is the difference between Arsenal in the Champions League next year and Newcastle?
The difference is we played in Europe before. They
Oh,
haven't.
so Europa League, the Europa League though.
that don't mean now, bro, man.
We
It's preparation, bro. The 4 P's. Preparation prevents poor performances, yeah? I'm telling you, we got the backing, yeah? The way we run our club is characters, not the Neymars and all that. We will invest. It's not about can't get through group stages and all that, bro. We know what we're doing, innit?
Igal, let me counter you, Igal. Let me
What's
counter
your
you.
It's all
expectations
about
then?
getting the right recruitment as well.
I ain't got nothing yet, bro. Give me a chance. I'm new to this.
No,
Hey, Jody, come on, man.
like I'll tell you
Bro,
this.
I'm new to this, man.
Minimum, we're getting Arsenal has to get out of the group stages and go and try to get to the quarterfinals. That's for me. I don't know about
Igal,
you.
Igal,
Yeah,
That's my
I agree.
expectations.
I can
You're in
see
pot 3, are you? Are you not gonna be in pot 3 or something?
Bro, if Inter win the Champions League, we're gonna be in pot 2, baby.
But if you don't, if we win it, you're going to pot 3.
Yeah.
And you might face Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Arsenal. Bayern Munich champions.
I want that. I want Madrid. I want them teams, man.
I seen the actual possibilities for Arsenal. I seen it. It was pretty decent. Like,
No, Real Madrid.
let me see. Where is it? I seen someone posted it. They're like, Arsenal's gonna most likely be in pot 3, but if we're in pot 3, the possible outcomes of teams that we can get. There's a lot of teams like Benfica who could win the group, and there's a lot of teams in pot.
Igal,
B that
don't take these mock drafts too seriously. I know they do all these mock drafts where they just put they set these tables or whatever. At the end of the day, there's always like some rules with UEFA that we forget because like you know how sometimes when you draw a team, they have to put certain countries because you got to make sure that later on in the draw, some of these teams from the same countries don't draw it. So don't think too much of it right now. You will at least get one big team, that's for sure, because you will be in pot 3.
I got it right here. Let me show you guys. So basically, subtract the Premier League teams. Who do you have? You have City in pot 1 if they win the Champions League, right? You have Europa League. If Juventus win the Europa League, they'll be in pot 1, right?
Real Madrid.
It's done now. It's
Real
done.
Madrid.
This is gone.
Madrid is in 2, bro, because they didn't win the league.
So they're gonna be Juventus are done. They're out.
You
of the
could
Europa
get
League.
Barcelona.
Oh, they lost? Oh, yeah, they were down.
Oh, Juventus are out. Okay, so Juventus are out. So automatically Roma or whoever else takes that spot.
Yeah.
Or
You could get PSG or Bayern and Real
Wait,
Madrid.
Juventus,
Yeah. My man,
qualified
Igal, but that
Champions
pushes Juventus down. So that's what happens. when that happens, Roma, if
That's
they win it,
dangerous.
Juventus go down to part 2, and then you get pushed down. Everybody gets pushed down because Juventus already, like, they reached the semi-final, so they have more points, I guess, than you.
What's the top 4 in Italy, Mo? Because I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah, so
Other than
all
Napoli.
all these teams stay the same. Juventus gets pushed
Mo,
down.
what's the top 4 in Italy, Mo?
Inter.
It's Napoli, Lazio, Juventus, Inter at the moment.
Wait, AC Milan's out.
Yeah,
They're
they're 6th, I
fifth
think.
with 5 points. They're 5 points behind us.
Damn. Okay, let's
wait. You know what? Let's wait until.
Yeah, it's too
I-
early.
no,
It's
no,
way
no.
too early.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone is being a little bit over exaggerating because they've seen Newcastle's progression this season has been so massive. They're thinking they're going to do the same thing next season, but I don't see the same energy for Arsenal. It's weird. Like for me, what I see is Newcastle. They're gonna make this massive jump. They're gonna be ready for Champions League. They're gonna get out of the group stages. They're gonna do well against Barcelona, like you're saying. But yet people think Arsenal is gonna get knocked out of the group stages next year.
I don't think so. I never said that. I actually think that.
I think Arsenal's slacking.
Igal, can I tell you why? Can I tell you why? Because your Arsenal team, I'm not saying this is the final product of your team, but you are closer to your final product than Newcastle are. Newcastle had this manager for 1 year. They've had one, I don't know if they signed anyone in January, but they had basically 1 year under this ownership with signings. Okay.
Exactly.
Now they increased their budget this season, so now they'll be able to sign more players just because of making Champions League and the sponsorship, the kit sponsorship that they got. I forgot, it was like 25 million, something like that. So they have more room to wiggle than you guys. That's it. I'm not saying that that's gonna make you guys like not progress, but when you look at them, they have more to improve on. Other than the fact that they have more of a good feel factor this season because they weren't really expected to make top 4. Whereas you guys were doing well, but you kind of had that bump at the end that like kind of brought everyone down, that you bottled the league, even if some people don't want to admit it. Their season is ending more happy than yours. So that whole like that just changes the whole like momentum around the club.
Okay.
That's all it is, bro.
So my question is Newcastle ready for the Champions League? Because Mo said yes.
What do you mean?
Do you mean
ready?
now, right now, or do you mean go
ready?
potentially? What do you mean?
Can you
even with
clarify
their
the
signings,
question?
even with their signings, do you see them getting out of the group stages? Do you see them being competitive, or do you just think they're going to?
I see them getting out of the group stage.
Definitely, bro.
No.
Definitely.
I see them making decent signings, but most of these players are still inexperienced, even though you said earlier that Arsenal have more experience in Europe. I actually disagree with you because they have people like Trippier and Botman and Isaac and Bruno Guimaraes. These guys actually played in Europe just for different teams, so they have experience and they'll add a little bit more. I just think it's too much to expect from them in the first year. So I do see them at least making third. There's no pressure.
They are from England.
No pressure.
From England, they will avoid.
You know what's the best thing?
Arsenal, Man United. That's the fact that they're from England. Benfica, they're gonna get Benfica, Porto. They can get, I don't know, Paris Saint-Germain or something. But, yeah, but what I mean is that it's the fact that they actually are from England. It makes a big difference. Also, I have to wait because they might get 2 big teams and they might not get it out of the group.
Probably.
And they could have a scenario, Igal, where they drop into third, but then continue in the Europa League. And I don't know about you, bro, but you haven't seen a European football in I don't know how long. I still think you would be like, okay, we lost the Champions League. We're out of the Champions League, but we're still in Europe. I'm okay with competing now for the Europa League. We still have chances to win it. Because we've seen people in the past do that. A lot of Spanish teams done that where they drop third and then they go ahead and win it, like Villarreal and Sevilla and them lot. So I think you guys can have a very similar scenario.
I think that's a good point. Even if they drop out of the Champions League, they go and try to win the Europa League.
Because there's no expectations. Whereas like Arsenal, if Arsenal drop third or Man United, we're gonna be pissed about that. We wouldn't be happy about that.
The thing is, when our clubs drop down, we gotta do what Chelsea do.
If you win the Europa League, you go straight to part 1 anyway after next season.
And you got a trophy. This is why Jose Mourinho right now, what he's doing is so impressive with Roma.
I really hope he wins it, bro.
Because he got them to win the Conference League, which got them into the Europa League. And now he's gonna win he could potentially win the Europa League and get them Champions League football. I don't even know where he is in the league. I think he's 7th.
7th.
Okay.
So,
but it was close, Mo, right? It was close up until 2 game weeks ago. I remember checked it, and then it was really close between a few people for 3rd and 4th, I think. And then everyone started.
It was not anymore.
Let me ask you guys this: what's more impressive, Newcastle finishing 3rd in the Premier League, or West Ham potentially winning a Conference League?
No, come on, bro. Really?
Ah.
Really? That's a rhetorical question, bro.
The league don't lag, EL.
Okay,
They
so
don't.
talk to me, bro. Dreads, what are you saying? Because you're kind of just here very defensive, but you're not really telling us what you think.
I'm not defensive, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, West Ham ain't been great this season. Europa Conference now has got a few decent teams in there. Come on, like, Nottingham Forest would have done decent in the conference, bro. Let's be real, man. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think that's
Like, you don't think so? Come on, bro. What's
Tottenham
more
got
impressive?
better.
Newcastle, coming from where we came from. I swear last season West Ham were like back-to-back Europe or fifth or whatever was going on. We're coming from fighting relegation 19. Look, bruv, when we survived relegation, yeah, that was a record of the position we were and the games left. We were the first to actually like get out of that. Keep that momentum. Do you get what I'm saying? In that short space of time. And if we do finish third and complete the Champions League, then that's not even a conversation. What's more impressive? If you won the Europa, maybe different. I don't know.
Do you think you guys coming third is more impressive than Arsenal actually challenging for the league this year?
No, no, absolutely not.
If I'm going to be honest, that's a tricky one for me.
Because this goes perfectly to my next segue.
That's a tricky one.
Who deserves manager of the season, guys? Because if City do the treble, everyone's going to say Pep.
Well, Premier League, you mean Premier League or in total? Premier League?
Hotel.
In the Premier League manager of the season. Premier League manager of the season.
Premier League manager of the season is how you played, how you represented your club in all the competitions, being in an English club. This is how they do it.
Is it official?
That's wrong, though.
Yes. Okay, yes. The reason why Terry got it from the website earlier. He said
I heard him
the last year they mentioned Jurgen Klopp reaching the Champions League final. They did.
I know, which is wrong.
I just want to say this. This is a travesty. I feel like Ten Hag should be in it, and I don't know why Marco Silva's in there.
I think
Marco Silva's there.
Ten Hag should be in it, but by no means am I making a case for him to win it. Because I forgot who I was watching today, and I made a very good point. I think it was Terry. I think he said, imagine Ten Hag wins the FA Cup. So this guy won an FA Cup, won a League Cup, and finished in the top 4, and then didn't get nominated. By no means is he supposed to win it, but why wouldn't he be nominated? He definitely deserves a shot to be there.
Because he can accomplish
that. He deserves to be there, in my opinion, over De Zerbi, over Emery, over Silva. That's
Therefore.
I think the 3 front runners for the trophy is
I don't want to say De Zerbi, bro. I don't want to say
Eddie Howe and Gundogan. The reason why I say De Zerbi is because don't forget he came in
late. I know. It wasn't half a gal. He came in late.
And Emery came late too.
You know something? They had a lot of points on the board when he came in.
But he's sensational. But he's been playing sensational with Gal. I can't take him out, to be honest.
He still took over a decent team though. Like I want to.
Emery has a better case.
Come on, man.
Deserving.
Emery got more than deserving.
What we do? No, seriously, what are we? Be honest. I understand we get emotional. We want to give like there. But listen, there's standards. You have to have standards. I'm sorry, England has lost so much. Like exactly what Mo said. Last year, they gave it to Klopp. Why did they give it to Klopp?
It was a robbery, bro. It should have been Pep last year.
But that's what I'm saying.
Why it should have been Pep, bro?
To me, I understand that Eddie Howe has done an amazing job. He deserves it. But to me, you have to give it to Pep. You have to. Again,
why?
I'm sorry.
Why?
Make your case. Make your case.
I'll give you a case. Yeah. The guy came back from behind, has chased Arsenal, has performed at the top level, has gone and done this amazing run. And again,
that's expected though. That's expected.
Let him finish because I want to respond to him.
Has won his 3rd league title in a row. Not many people have done it. And let's go back. When Fergie did 3 in a row, did he get it? Did he get it? Yes, he did. Yeah, we can't be hypocrites.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Heavyweight. He's done something historical.
Can I ask you a question? Absolutely, I agree with you. If he wins the Champions League, have you progressed or regressed? Let me. It has nothing to do with the Champions League. Have you regressed or progressed in the league? Have you, as a team, have you progressed or regressed in the league from your own level in the league?
They've
In the league,
regressed.
no.
I think they
This season.
they
No. Let me say 1 second. We've progressed, but the thing that hampered us is what I said before. And go, remember I said it to you. Remember I said the World Cup. I said it has an effect on the players, like the season.
Oh please, we all have players that
Oh
went to the
my
World
God.
Cup.
Hold on.
Fact.
See, this is a problem. Who are you better? Are you better than sports medicine? Are you better than all these professionals?
It's not what I said. I said we all went to the World Cup.
I know, but it's not. We're not doing this. We all went to the World Cup here, but what are we doing this? Man? One second.
Stop for a second.
We have
We're
to
all
use
shouting.
evidence.
Hamza, 1 second. We're all shouting over each other. Let me rephrase it, okay?
Hmm.
Pep Guardiola won Manager of the Season 2 seasons in a row. The third season, they gave it to who? They gave it to Jurgen Klopp. Understand that in the league, they were head-to-head. They separated by 1 point. Also, the other man, he won 2 domestic trophies, and he was also in a Champions League final. So it's very deserving that he would have won it. Imagine there was a scenario where he could have won all 4 trophies. Based on that logic, this season it should go to Pep. Based on the logic that all the competitions, if you're looking at all the competitions, it should go to Pep if you guys win everything. But in the case that you don't complete the treble, who should it go to then?
Eddie Howe.
Then I'll give it Eddie Howe. But let me say, 1 second. The thing that Mo didn't understand more is the fact that he's done 3 Ps. He's won league title back to back to. What are we? Is that something?
But it's about this season, though, bro.
What are we giving
About
Eddie
this
Howe?
season.
I can work against him.
Hamza, you ask me a question and let me respond. Like, ask me a question.
Give me why. Why? If I give you a backup and say he's
all
done
about-
3 league titles in a row, you robbed him last season. He's done it again this season. How are you gonna rob him again?
The same way Jokic didn't get MVP.
Doesn't take anything away from him. He's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I don't care about fantastic. Give me the trophy.
However, it's all about manager of the year this year. We're not talking about that.
Exactly.
So if you win the treble, or even if you only win the Champions League, Pep, without a question, should get manager of the year because of his achievements. But if he doesn't, and he only wins the league, and he loses the cup final, or he loses the Champions League, I don't think you have progressed. You reach the final, one more game. You reach the final, but you haven't progressed. You still went out in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. You're reaching the final of the cup. You went in the semifinal last year. Have you progressed? No. You have got less points. You have conceded more goals. You haven't progressed. And he got the best striker in the world. That best striker that didn't go to the World Cup, and his second best player is Kevin De Bruyne, got on the group stage in the World Cup, while other teams had their players going furthermore, like Saka in the quarterfinals. So other players win even furthermore. Man United had Casemiro.
No. See,
I'm just responding to you because you mentioned the World Cup.
So I'm coming back to that. One.
One of them didn't go to the World Cup. The second guy played 2 games and got out of the group stage.
Okay.
Yo, 1 second.
Okay, let me respond to that quickly.
Dreads, big up, bro. You have yourself on today, bro. I appreciate it.
Come on, brother. Anytime, yeah.
Yeah, link is for my guy Dreads.
Yeah, no, I got to do my own. Bro, big win today.
Man? As soon as I start criticizing Eddie Howe for the trophy, you're running away.
All right, cool. Carry on. I'm here. Go on, let's go. I'll give you 10 moments.
I'm not gonna lie. If you guys don't do the treble, I think Arteta deserves it.
Don't be biased, bro.
I'm tired of talking about her.
Don't be biased, Ega. Don't do that, bro.
Let me dunk 1 second. Let me dunk on more a bit, yeah?
Stats don't matter.
Let me dunk on that more.
Oh,
You know what?
I like this. Back and forth discussion. Go ahead.
No, listen. You see when Mo used Saka, he was probably the only Arsenal player that went far. Okay, let me tell you 1 second. Like, 1 second more. I caught you. Cancelo was my player. He went to the World Cup. He went a bit further. Forget about him. Ake went further. Laporte.
He was on the bench.
Ake was on the bench.
Yeah.
Ake, no, he played. In fact, he was called player of the tournament for that team. Yeah, Ake was there. Laporte was there. Rodri played they went extra time. In fact, what's his name? Akanji was there. He went further. Rodri was there. He went further. Bernardo was there. He went further. Forget Jack Grealish. KDB, okay, he didn't do it. But you see, most of our players were playing. went to the final. He won it.
One got kicked out in the
I got 11 players that played far. Yeah. Man City players, in fact, they were counted that City offered more players than anyone else that played per minute than any other club.
What's your favorite word? What's your favorite
word? He
word?
presented a good case. He presented a good case.
That's what I'm saying. So Pep had to get the players back. They're tired. And even Athletic published an article saying there's apparent rumors that the medical teams are not happy with the players because they've come back physically tired. But that's what they were talking about the World Cup when it's being hosted in Qatar before. 5 years, 6 years ago, 7 years. They'll say in the heat, the players will get tired mid-season. He affected the players. Yeah? You will hear later on when Pep wins the treble.
He didn't drop points.
He did it under significant pressure. And that's what I'll give it to you.
You have a big flaw in your argument. You actually dropped more points pre-World Cup than you did post-World Cup.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm not understanding this argument. Because like when Mo said Manchester United had more players in the last 4, that is true. We had all our English players. So that's Luke Shaw, Rashford, whoever was with England. And we had our
Rashford, name them. Luke Shaw. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I don't remember the squad. So I want my next 2 were the most important 2 because our center back line was actually in the final. We had Varane and Lisandro playing in the final, and then we lost.
Lisandro wasn't in the final. Otamendi played and Romero played. The guy was on the bench. You're
missing my point. Yeah, this guy was so no. Hold on. Well, if you let me land, you'll understand what I'm saying. This guy won the World Cup and he was drunk out of his mind in Argentina, and we had to play Luke Shaw in our big games against Arsenal and freaking and Man City when we played you guys at home because this guy finished the World Cup. I don't know what the hell Argentina was doing that World Cup tour in Argentina, getting drunk every weekend. And we had Varane rush back after a week. This guy played a Champions League, a World Cup final, and then next game he was starting for us. Yeah. So, and we never used that argument. I could have used that argument when we played what's their name, Arsenal, because I think that was Lisandro's first game back.
Where was Casemiro? Where was Fred? Where was Sancho? Where was the likes of Martial?
These guys were also in quarterfinals, bro.
Chilling in the bench.
Look at
this guy. Casemiro was chilling on the bench.
Anthony doing Rabonas in the training ground. He could not do it on the pitch.
It's not a Rabona. I get what you're trying to do, but it's not called.
Listen, guys, we gotta shift gears. But before we go any further, I just want to say this. Hamza, you always say whenever anyone else has a reason, it's an excuse. I'm honestly going to say that's more of an excuse than an actual reason why your team wasn't performing well, because you actually performed worse pre-World Cup than you did post-World Cup. But Dreads, I know you got to go. Big up to you for jumping on, my guy. You guys already know. The link to his channel is in the description. How you you got anything to say before you go?
Me?
Yeah.
Bro, like I always say, I'm Specs Far Right. My channel is Geordie Dread TV. I do content on Newcastle United and football in general. Staffy, you sent me a message. Oh, you sent me back, yeah? I'm going to reply to it. Yeah, but I don't know what platform. I'm going to check it now, yeah? Big up you, man. And who's the other guy there, bro? Because I'm not rude. Who's the guy in the middle?
Fatur.
What team you support, bro?
Chelsea. That's why he's quiet.
Oh, Chelsea. All right.
That's why he's quiet.
All right.
He's quiet.
I'll follow you.
I think this is big up, my guy. Don't know Dreads. Let's talk about Chelsea for a second. Not too much, but do you guys think Pochettino can get Chelsea back into contention for top 4 next season? Because I feel like everyone is writing off Chelsea, and deservedly so, because they performed so poorly this season. But are they closer?
I have to go.
Later, bro.
Big up, guys. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Do you think Chelsea are closer to top 4, or are they closer to, staying in the position they're in next season?
I think they're in contention for top 4. Fatou, you want to go first since it's your team? I don't want to overspeak. Go first.
I think next season we're going to play about 50 games next season if we go far in the cup competition as well. Yeah, realistically, I think top 4 plus you got 2 domestic trophies along the way. Bear in mind, we're going to play it. We're going to enter the League Cup in the second round just because we're not in Europe. So it's a free hit for Chelsea. But top 4, regardless, I don't have any issue about it. I'm confident that we're going to make it there.
I agree. I think they'll be in contention for top 4. I mean, again, I'm on your show every week. You probably by now remember that almost every week now when we talk about this. I'm a big fan of Poch. Not a big fan, but I really do appreciate Poch. I feel like he's highly disrespected in what he's done in his time in the Premier League, just solely to the fact that he didn't win anything with Spurs, as if we ever thought Spurs win anything. I mean, the common joke is that Spurs don't win anything, but then we're judging him for not winning anything at his time with Spurs, neglecting the fact that he played good football. He progressed with them and took him to Champions Leagues, regularly top 4, took him to the Champions League final. He's accomplished stuff. He's done well with the tools that he had, and he always had limited tools because of, Spurs is badly run, and at that time they were building that stadium and they didn't really have financials. People want to say he was a yes man because he agreed to stay there with no signings. Yet again, people don't want to mention that they were building a stadium, so there was no signings. Reminds me of the Arsenal era when you guys kind of regressed because you were making like low signings as opposed to like big names as you historically did with Arsene Wenger, whatever before it. So it's the same case. People want to dismiss that. I like to add all the context, and I think this guy with a young squad who will make them playing better football. Let's be honest, these guys are world-class talent, not world-class players, but world-class talent. Before anyone says, oh, I'm saying this team's world-class, I'm not. But they have a lot of world-class talent.
Yeah, last 2 games, we got Man City on Sunday. I think some of these guys want to play for their future. Like, I know we're going to lose on Sunday, but then again, like, you're going to have to look what's ahead of you. Like, what are you going to be looking at for the preseason as well? Because a decent preseason for me, that is the ultimate achieve for a great season for Poch next season. Plus, he got 2 cups as a bonus as well for him.
You know what? I think the thing about Pochettino for me is he can be a great builder, but right now that's exactly what you guys need. He's good for what you guys need right now to build. But what is the direction of your club? Is it just going to be a rebuild, or can he be the guy who also gets you from a rebuild to success? Because I know Pochettino can get you to a certain level with Tottenham. He's gotten people to a certain level before with Southampton. But when he went to PSG, that's his opportunity to push on and start winning with these teams that look like they're close to being done. But we know PSG is a mess. So is that even a fair way to judge him? Is PSG a fair way to judge him on how successful he can be at Chelsea? Because
they're a circus, bro. No,
yeah,
they're not.
And I'm not gonna lie, if PSG is a circus, Todd Bowley has turned Chelsea into a circus too. So it's like
there are 2 different kinds of circuses. One is ran like a brand. They're basically a brand. PSG is a brand. This is why you see people at festivals wearing PSG jerseys. No one gives a shit about them, like in terms of football. Oh, they have Neymar and Messi. Those are the only 2 players I know in soccer, so let me buy their jersey. That's what Americans do. No one gives a shit about PSG like that.
Yeah. When we won the league in 2017, it was like, yeah, when we got knocked out in the League Cup by West Ham, but after that, it's just like a full smooth season with 13 wins on the chart, and then apparently we lost to Tottenham in the New Year's and that, but after that, it was just smooth as you thought.
Will Pochettino have backing right away, or will it be a situation where certain fans will not back him at all?
I think, if given time, I think Poch could turn this Chelsea side into something good, but will our fan base give him that time? Because I think, from the fan base perspective, as a match-going fans, I think he isn't solidly in the top 4 in the second season because they'll lose patience with him. History would say it will happen, but I think they would have thought that Potter was a project. Well, but the board got horribly wrong. Maybe if Poch can get them into European football next season, it would be acceptable. Plus, let's not forget, our finances must be an absolute mess as well. So it all depends on how much Poch can get the best out of these players that are not his players. And also on how to deal with dressing room as well, because we've got a massive loaded squad, 35 players now. So you could have at least gonna get rid of 10 players this window as well.
Yo, what you saying, Alex? Alex is a Chelsea fan, if you guys don't know. Alex is joining us. We're talking about Pochettino and Chelsea and Chelsea's hopes of getting top 4 and getting back up there.
Who's better manager, Poch or Arteta?
What does that have to do with the fact that
I'm just asking you a question.
Pochettino's been managing longer, but
I didn't ask that question. Who's better manager, Pochettino or Poch?
Arteta, because he won a trophy
Oh,
at
Arteta.
Arsenal. Yeah,
Oh, so Pochettino didn't win the trophies with PSG?
bro. Anyone can win a trophy with PSG. You give
So
Ar-
you saying
you
that
give
Arteta?
Arteta, you give
Okay,
Arteta the PSG, he probably wins the same trophies. That's a fact. Like,
Okay,
let's be
and
honest.
he will get it, and Arteta will get Tottenham to Champions League final.
Hey, we'll see what he can do with Arsenal.
Anyway,
I thought you knew
I
me
don't-
by
I-
now.
Do
Why
I?
ask me a silly question? But
that's not
why-
a silly question, man. This
Bro,
is deluded
okay,
question.
everyone here, who's a better
It's
manager?
not a.
Who's shown they're a better manager? Pochettino or Arteta?
Can I tell you what I think? Since I'm an outsider,
Go
I
ahead.
have no emotion in this. I do think Arteta is one of the best coaches, and this is going to be, just watch out to the words that I use. He's one of the better coaches in the world, because the way he came in and he drilled this Arsenal team to play a certain way, from the same school of like Pep and Xavi and even Ten Hag, technically, because he worked under them. He's one of the best coaches in the world.
Jesus Christ.
However, Poch has managed to take a team with no spine, basically. Like, and when I mean spine, I mean it in like a mentality way, into top 4 every year, and he took them to a Champions League final. I have seen Arteta and his men bottle a few situations, whereas you can't really say Poch bottled the
What?
Champions League final. You did, Gal. You bottled the
No.
league last year. You
No,
bottled
I'm
top
talking
4.
about Tottenham. How dare
know.
you?
Why
say
are you
Arteta
talking-
bottled it?
Why are you bringing Poch Tottenham? Poch achieved almost as much as Arteta in Southampton.
He never achieved anything in Southampton.
Yeah,
What did
this
he-
is
That's what I'm
why
saying.
This is why it's so hard to tell you to talk to you sometimes, Agal. You are so hard to talk to about. Like, you do not barge on anything against Arsenal. Like, you don't even see. Even I will admit that Poch did more than some managers and etc. You're gonna blame the guy that did what? Not even the blaming, but you're gonna say Arteta did what he did and he achieved more. This is just laughable.
Bro, when did Southampton ever finish second in the league? Like, what are we talking about? When did Southampton ever win an FA Cup? Like,
When did
at least if you would have said he did more at Tottenham, there's a case you could say, you know what, arguably maybe.
No, I was actually kind of
mean that-
responding to you and to the Yankee over here, saying that what's his name?
He has a
That
name,
Poch-
bro.
that-
His name is Staffy.
Staffy. What's your name again? Staffy?
Yeah, stuff.
Staffy. So you said the coach, and you used the coach on a specific way because you think that I know the difference between the coach and the manager, and that's why I don't actually rate what you answered, because you went.
You don't have to, bro.
No, I'm saying like you went for a specific moment of Poch's career, but he wasn't on the. This is not his career. Career didn't begin in Tottenham or what's his name?
I know. I
So-
know. And I actually big up Poch a lot. Me using the word coach was actually more of an insult to Arteta than Poch.
Wait.
Because I have, hold on, Igal. I just have my reservations on Arteta as a man manager, because I've seen him bottle a lot of situations where it's like top 4 last year in the league this
Bro,
year.
have you not
Me-
seen bottle stuff?
But with who, Igal? With who?
With
This is
Tottenham.
but
You see,
Igal, again, you take the
I'm
context
not-
out of
no,
it.
Exactly. This is when I'm gonna agree with Staffy, because technically, you know what's the definition of the bottle? When you have something in your hand and you let it go, not the other people took it away from you. You lost it.
Exactly.
You were in position of top 4 all the time last season, or you not.
Listen, I'm just gonna put it to the viewers. You guys vote.
I don't need your viewers, man.
We need
Why
the
you?
viewers,
Well,
of
it's a freaking Arsenal channel. I'm gonna
Listen,
you can put it.
even though there's an Arsenal channel, there's like 27 people watching right now, and they're probably
Yeah,
they're
by the
probably-
way, hit the like button, lazy frauds. I saw you. How many of you watching? How many not liking it?
let's
You
hear
like-
what Couture has to say, because Couture, he's obviously gonna back Pochettino, but like, do you think this is even a conversation?
Why? Because why would you back Arteta then?
I think Arteta has a case because
And-
one,
okay,
because one, he got Tottenham. One of Tottenham's greatest achievements was to get to a Champions League final. Arteta hasn't equaled that, but one thing he has done that he hasn't been able to do at Tottenham was he won a trophy. That's one. Number two,
Did Poch finish second with Tottenham at Premier League?
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
this is your achievement,
bro. I didn't even get to that.
You see,
No.
all of a sudden you started.
I'm not stuttering. I said I didn't get to that. That was the next point. The next point was they both got to the same level in the league, bar the fact that we had a better attack, they had a better defense. But the reality is both teams, you can say there's similarities. The thing is, we still are going. We're still only our third year into the project. He's been there at Tottenham for 7 years. We have a larger sample size. We have a larger sample size.
It was less than that. It's
okay.
right.
How many years
And
was
the
he at
second?
Tottenham?
And the second, you already in the fourth year with Arteta.
3.5 technically.
Okay.
He came in a January window.
But you see what I'm saying? Like you add into Poch numbers and you minusing your numbers.
No, I'm saying you have as much as you guys have a sample size of Arsenal not doing well, you also have a sample size of them improving massively every year. Where Pochettino, you could see his teams, he wasn't getting backing. He was still doing amazing. I give him credit, but I'm not saying he's going to come to Chelsea and revolutionize you guys and win stuff.
That's not my question to you. Who is the better manager?
I think Mikel Arteta is a better manager.
Okay, based on what?
Based on what he's achieved.
What did he achieve?
Guys, this answer is very subjective because let me cut off both of you. It's very subjective because both of them have achieved very minimal in terms of trophies and success in football in general. So it's very subjective because as I said, one is a better manager, one is a better coach, you know? So it depends on what you are looking for. It depends on what the context is. We could sit here and talk about this all day because it's really close, you know? And I don't think we're going to reach a common ground anyways. He's going to back Arteta and you are going to back Poch because that's your new coach, your new manager, and that's
my new coach. Did anybody named him at Chelsea? I didn't see the.
Okay, so when it's official, I'll remind you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I was just going to shift gears talking about another coach because there is an issue. Have you guys seen what happened to Klopp? Hamza,
Yeah.
Did you want to talk
Yeah,
about
Hamza, who's bigger manager, Arteta or Poch?
That's I'm gonna go my Arteta. I like Arteta because he was my ex. Pochettino is a great. Listen, not that way. No, 1 second, Alex. Not that way.
Well, you gotta pause after you say something like that.
I'm gonna call you Vincent Company from now with that big ass forehead of yours.
Come on, yo, I'm good ahead.
Talk about Jurgen Klopp. And
what
he's suspended for the touchdown after the incident that happened. Was it Tottenham? Yeah.
So for the last 2 games of the season, he's suspended and he got a $75,000 fine.
I didn't even know that
from the Premier League. Basically, Jurgen Klopp had an incident where he called out the referee, and he basically said he's unprofessional. It was unprofessional actions, and you can't be calling out referees directly like that.
That's a lot of money, man.
So they fined him $75,000. They gave him a 2-game touchline ban. So for the last 2 games of the season, not only are they fighting for a top 4 race, but they won't have their manager with them.
Wow.
So this is massive for Liverpool's top 4 battle.
Miguel, where's the Liverpool fans? How come none of them is on the panel today after that Newcastle win?
The reason being is because
by the way, that Newcastle was so good today.
Is because they bottled it.
Oh, so he bottled it?
No, there was 2. There's really only 3 Liverpool fans that I reach out to, and they're all busy.
What did he bottle it?
They were all busy. They have personal reasons.
No. I'm saying who bottled it? That Klopp bottled up for?
No, he said the Liverpool fans that were supposed to be on the
They were
show.
supposed to come on stream. Yeah.
I thought you said the club bottled up for. I was like, how did he was never there in the first place?
I think it's an advantage for Chelsea not to be in Europe because it gives them a year to concentrate on that league and changes. And that is a good enough excuse to chase for the league then. Like, no excuse for these players who've let Chelsea fans down like this season. They've let them down. Like, no disrespect here. These players.
Yeah, you should be disrespected. All of them. All of the frauds. All of them frauds should be disrespected.
They've let Chelsea fans down. I swear to God. They have no right. They have no right. Like, when fans are going to the stadium and paying that much, there's something called class here. You have to respect. But next season, I think they have no excuse. They're going to be phased out. A lot of Chelsea are going to make a lot of changes. I hope Chelsea come back. Liverpool will also use this as an advantage. If they don't get Champions League, they'll come for the league. I'm scared.
I don't think
Liverpool is
I
going
don't
to be
think
the
Liverpool are coming for the league. You're comfy, bro, because
No.
Liverpool they need major surgery, and until they show that they're willing to invest that major money to get
just
that
do
major surgery done.
I think with Liverpool case, like, it'll be much more harder because there's gonna be loads of.
You're sleeping on them, guys.
I think you're gonna miss United next season. I think you're gonna miss I don't know how what's his name? What's so funny? What happened to Ten Hag? All of a sudden, not the hot manager, start to losing the games, draws the games. What happened? All of a sudden, squad is not good enough.
Do you think they're going to
two losses and everyone? 2 losses and everyone loses their mind, bro. Let them be, bro. No one said we'll finish in top 4. No one thinks we're gonna win any cups. No one's gonna think we're gonna do well next year.
You're good now, though.
I'm fine, bro. I'm fine. They can keep saying that. I'm fine.
You're good now.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Ten Hag he's one of the best, my highly rated manager. I wanted him at Chelsea way before anybody else. But the question is, what's gonna happen during the summer? And based on how your club is going during the summer, I don't think anything gonna happen in the summer. And it's gonna be the same thing that Ten Hag will not get, because you can tell me that the only thing you need is a 1-2 player, but I can tell you that fidget spinner ain't gonna work for the full season. What's his name? Casemiro is
United. Even though they're going through a sale, they're still gonna sign proper players.
Okay.
Bro, our ownership situation is gonna determine a lot, and this is why I don't really talk much about the summer. I could tell you
what I was
we
trying
need.
to say. In the summer, the ownership is gonna determine what you can. That's the difference.
I was gonna say I could tell you what we need as a football club. Sorry, not a football club. As a footballing team, I could tell you what the team needs, but I don't know. Go ahead again. What?
Do you think not bringing in an owner will affect your transfer window? Because I'm thinking even without it, you still have reassurances that the Glazers will won the club.
If we get Qatari owners, it's going to be very different.
You're not going to get Qatari owners, man.
So you know that. So Poch is not in Chelsea yet, but you already know that Qatari is not coming.
I know how geopolitical world works, and I'm telling you, you ain't getting Qatari.
Okay.
That's a hot take.
That's not a hot take. I've said it. I've been saying it for a long time. It's English government will not allow another big majority investment from the countries that they cannot control. I promise you that.
No, I don't. I disagree. If Man United don't get the Qataris, they're just gonna go either by Tottenham or Liverpool. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
okay,
but that's fine. We can clip this for later again.
That's really what's going to happen. Like the Qatari ownership, they're not going away. If they don't get Man United, they're going to go and invest in Daniel Levy's Tottenham, or they're going to go and buy John Henry's Liverpool. They're going to find a way to get into the Premier League.
But I think Glazers, the reason why they want to buy United, I've always said it, but the Glazers are just too greedy. They're just greedy.
100%, yeah.
So that's why investments are different for Man United.
Listen. Why would you sell? If you see, I've put this thing on sell, and this guy keeps coming back. He wants it. He wants to offer more money. I say, yo, this guy's desperate, yeah.
I know you were gonna say that again. That's such bullshit, Hamza. You said that, Hamza. If I'm selling a car, Hamza, listen, Hamza. No, because you said that before, and I let it go, Hamza. If I put my car on auction right now, and all 4 of you guys, and I'm like, you guys can all bid for it, and then I see 2-3 bids that are close, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let them go another round because I like what I'm seeing. I'm like, you know what, guys, bid for it again, and then for 2 it drops because he's like, you know what, I don't have that much money, so I'm gonna drop out, and then you guys go again, and they go for a second round. And you guys still bid. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like I can milk them a little bit more for more money. Let me go 1 more round. That's what the Glazers did. This is what an auction means, Hamza. It has nothing to do with desperation. If you sit throughout the whole way in an auction, it means you want to buy that something. It doesn't mean that you're desperate. I know you came here to buy something. If anyone looks more desperate, it's Ratcliffe, because he said, I want to buy the whole club and give it back to the fans. And then when what's his name, the Glazers said, oh, well, we want to stay and we'd rather look for investment. This guy goes, you know what? I'm going to find a way to keep him. Here you go, 20%. the only person that didn't budge was the Qataris, because they said, listen, we'll put one more offer, as we heard early in the week. I don't know exactly what the number is. People are saying something between 5.6 to 6 billion. I don't want to touch on that because I'm not educated enough on that number to say. But this guy said here, there you go. One last offer, take it or leave it. And these are the news that came out. That is not desperation. That is how a sale, especially in an auction, goes. That has nothing to do with saying it's desperate.
I just need to read the comments quickly. Big up. I don't think Mason Mount's going to be joining Arsenal, guys. He's going to probably go to Liverpool. Let's be honest. Second of all, big up Melina, big up Glenn, big up Raj. He's saying Hamza. What?
Was your head shape like Vincent Company?
Hey, God's created me that way, man.
Guys, this
I have
is
to accept God's created me that way. I love it.
This is crazy news, but they're saying that if Man United's ownership do come in, they're trying to be super ambitious. They want Mbappe's. They're trying to say they're going to get Kingsley Coman. They're saying they're going to make some seriously ambitious moves in the summer. Like not the first time I heard Mbappe linked. This is basically the same owner. This is basically the same owner who run ownership that runs PSG. So if they were to lose Mbappe, they don't want to lose Mbappe to Real Madrid. It's a pride thing at this moment in time. Mbappe to Man United could actually be a possibility if the ownership comes in. Now that is
Staffy, I was gonna tell you about the whole thing about the summer with the ownership. It's not about what club of sales of a club goes. You're right, and Hamza is wrong on that because Chelsea had the time period that club need to be sold. That's why we did what we did, and it had to be sold quickly. United doesn't have it. That doesn't have nothing to do.
They don't need to compulsory sell the club.
No. They don't have time limit on it. The owners can get as much as they want. They can draw as many times as they want. Like, for example, it was 5 bids. Then they will go to the top 3. And then they go to the top 2. And then they'll go to the 1. And they'll wait. I'm not saying Qatari is impossible. I'm saying it's almost impossible due to the geopolitical things. That's what I'm saying. Hold on a second. Let me finish. Another thing, what I was trying to tell you in the summertime, you send investment in the summertime for the Ten Hag. The biggest problem is if the owners are selling, why would they invest in something that they're about to lose the money? For example, your advice with the car. If you will put the car on auction, would you put new stereo on it? Even though you knew you were going to sell it, will that improve your price of the club?
No.
So why would Glazers invest money into the players?
Because there's money that's reinvested in that entity anyways. Okay. Like, you got to understand that. But because
I got it.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't expect them to go all out and be like, you know what, we're going to try to improve this team so much. There's some money that in this entity as a club that's untouched anyways, because that's recycled revenue. That's probably not the term that I'm trying to look for, but from your revenue, you have to recycle some of that money into improving infrastructure, into improving a lot of things, including the team. So it doesn't mean if you own a restaurant, you don't take all that money and you put it in your pocket. Some of it stays with that business anyways, and it just regenerates itself in terms of investment.
Yes, what I'm
that
saying,
has to stay in the club anyways. There won't be big investment. That part I agree with you. We're not going to go like Man City or anyone else and try to improve our team massively, but some of that money is already in there. It stays in the club and it's recycled.
Big up Ozan Kabak every single time. Big up Ozan Kabak. Big up Melina. Congratulations, Egal 20K.
Yeah, by the way, congratulations, Egal on 20K.
Honestly, really do appreciate it. Big up everyone in the chat. For the support, love the support. Thank you for the super chat, Melina. I appreciate it so much. I'm just gonna say this: if Qataris don't go to Man United, they're not going anywhere. They're still going to Tottenham. They're gonna go to either Tottenham or Liverpool.
I think they go to Liverpool, bro, because they were interested in Liverpool at first.
So that
Qataris will do anything to get invested in England, and that's the reality.
That is.
Are you talking about investment as the main owners? Are they gonna control?
They just want to be in. They just want to be.
They will control a football club. They will control a football club in England.
Let me ask you a question.
They want to be in the door so they can buy more and more.
Oh, that's a different picture. I agree with you on that. I don't think they're gonna go and own a club for over 51%.
Yes, they will.
Eventually,
will. Eventually,
no. Let me ask you a question.
They 100% will.
You know they want to buy 100%. Yeah. If you're owner of United now, yeah, and I'm the owner, or you're the owner, just think about it. And Qatar have come back. They say they want to buy 100%. But do you know an asset will only get, like the asset of United, we know that the value is just going to go up, yeah, in 5 years' time or 3 years' time. Would you sell Man United 100%, or would you sell some of it and keep the shares and get a bigger, much more, like you will get more money in 3 or 4 years' time?
You know the answer, bro. The Glazers are pricks. They're gonna probably do the second thing.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm telling. That's why United are very emotional. United fans are very emotional. They're
Daniel
desperate.
Levy would do the same thing. If
No.
Tottenham was sold today, best believe Daniel Levy will let the Qataris have 45% of ownership, and he will let them invest all the money, and then he'll sell the rest of them to him when they make $1 million more.
United fans are so desperate. They want to.
That's what I'm trying to say. That makes sense.
You're trying to trigger people by saying desperate. They're not desperate.
No, okay. They just want that oil money so
United fans just want out of the Glazers. They would have taken Jim Ratcliffe before the Qataris.
They don't want to sign Jim Ratcliffe. Most of them.
They would have.
Hamza, if you go to a club, okay, and there's a girl who's interested in you, bad. She's
that
a 10.
Happen.
She's a 10, and she's like, you know what? I want to be with Hamza. I want to dance with Hamza. Bad bitch. And then another chick comes in. She's pretty drunk to look at Hamza. No, I'm just kidding, bro. But then like a 6 comes in, and she also wants to dance with you. Which one are you picking? The 10 or the 6?
The 10.
Or which one would you prefer? There you go. The 10.
I've always been a nice guy. I look through the heart.
Exactly.
You're not looking through no heart when you're dancing at a club. Now, when we look at the Qataris and we hear the project that they're bringing in, we're hearing about the project that they're bringing in when they're saying we have
dreams. Forget this.
A 10 billion project.
Yeah, here. No way.
A 10 billion project for the club to wipe up the debt, pay for the club, reinvest in the infrastructure, new stadium, and reinvest in the team. What does sound more appealing? Does that sound more appealing? Or the Sir Jim Ratcliffe bullshit about the 20% and the Ineos or whatever.
Fan perspective,
the
right?
fans.
You're talking
For us,
about the fans.
For me as a Manchester United fan.
Yeah.
If I'm hearing this and I'm hearing that, why
Jassim.
wouldn't you think I want that? There you go. It's not
Bro,
more of desperation. The only thing I'm desperate for.
The main reason why they don't want the other guy and they want the Qataris because they can see the level of investment they're willing to do at PSG, and they're thinking look at what they could do with us. And already we're hearing Mbappe to Man United. Like, doesn't that put a smile on your face? Kingsley Coleman, we're hearing.
As much as I don't believe it, but yes,
it's so funny. People don't
That's
realize how much geopolitics.
I'm gonna have to wrap this up. We're gonna have to now go to the actual Premier League prediction portion of the show. So guys, get your predictions ready. I was gonna show you guys the Mbappe stuff, but you don't care about that, I guess. So let's just go to the Premier League.
It's not real, Gal. It's
Mbappe's going to Madrid,
Bro,
man.
I actually believe the Qataris have a plan to try to keep him within their system. And
I just want to let you know these things happen sometimes to raise the share prices. They're just fake news. When you hear good stuff about the club, people want to buy shares. The shares go up. It's economic thing. It's not really.
Okay, first, Tottenham, Brentford. What are we saying, people?
Tottenham win. Home.
Tottenham win?
No Tony.
I'll go Brentford.
Yeah, no Tony.
I'll go Brentford.
Four predictions.
2-0 Tottenham.
I would say 2-0 too. Do you want to explain what happened with Tony, by the way?
Tony got suspended because I've already done a video on it.
He got suspended.
He said he lost money by betting on Arsenal winning the league, though.
No. Ivan Tony got suspended for 8 months for what was it again? Betting 260 something.
200 and something.
Yeah.
I'll still take it by
I'm
Chelsea.
confused. Like, everyone should know by now.
Yeah,
Ivan Tony got suspended by the FA and punished. His ban is immediate. It starts effective immediate, and he will not be able to play football or train with the first team at Brentford or use their facilities for 8 months. For about 6 of those 8 months.
He'll be back like June 16th. Sorry, not June. January 16th.
January something. Yeah.
So a lot of Chelsea fans apparently.
I'll buy him. I'll still buy him.
I would buy him too, but
I'd rather have Lautaro Martinez, man.
Lautaro Martinez is terrible. Why would you want him?
Thank you.
That was horrible.
Jesus Christ, man.
If Enzo plays deep, then you need someone, like I said, you need someone of a forward that.
Oh, you're such an NPC, man.
Okay, Liverpool, Aston Villa. What are we saying?
Liverpool win, man.
Aston Villa.
I think Tottenham. I think Tottenham are on the beach. Brentford beat them even with no Tony.
And that's just
Such a
that's the
big agenda.
fandom in you. That's the fandom in you. Yeah.
No. They won their last game. Did they not? Like, am I
So-
tripping?
Brentford?
I swear they won their last game, and no, I've been told
Brentford won the last game against West Ham. They won 2-0.
convincingly.
Yeah, but it was see West Ham. Like, who was it, bro? I get what you're saying though, but nah, Spurs win. Back to Liverpool. Listen, bro.
Yes, Ozan.
I need Aston Villa to just get something out of this game and just end this top 4 nonsense. Because I'm tired of every week being asked, "Yo, Staffy, are you scared? Staffy, are you worried?" I don't give a shit, bro. I keep saying every week we'll finish top 4. I just want this to end already, and I really need Aston Villa to do one for us. So please, tie
I
with
think
them.
Aston
beat them,
Villa
do
will
something.
do it. Actually.
I really
Oh,
think they
but-
will too.
Oh, they playing
Klopp,
at
bro.
Oh no. They playing at the Liverpool. No. They playing.
No,
at
Liverpool keep
Yeah,
it
but
close.
we need them to drop points at least
Li-
once.
li-
You
Liverpool
can need
come
him
back
as
there
much as
against
you
Klopp.
want, but
They'll
they
win.
playing at Liverpool. Liverpool winning this game. They
Yeah.
playing-
When you said we, I thought you were talking about
Una
like, Chelsea.
Emery's juice ran out, bro.
No, there's no club. I think that's gonna do something for them. I don't know. I haven't been very convinced with their performances.
By the way, is there a possibility United not gonna get top 4?
Yeah,
I thought it was a
If-
settle.
No,
it is possible.
if we
it is
lose
possible.
2 of the last 3,
Let me show you.
or like
This is
tie at least.
This is basically the situation. There's 2 games remaining for Liverpool. There's 3 games remaining for United. United basically have to drop.
Liverpool
have
have
to
a
get
game
less
in
points.
hand.
United have to somehow drop.
We have a man.
Yeah, you have a.
United somehow have to draw 2 games and win 1, and Liverpool have to win 2.
Who's United rest of the games?
United
Aston Villa.
We play Bournemouth this week,
Forget
and
about
then we play you guys at
we
home.
play Chelsea, Fulham, and Bournemouth. They're gonna
Yeah,
win.
we beat you.
You'll beat us.
Yes. We're gonna end your what's the name? Your European
Nah,
hopes.
I can't lie. I prefer one each, man. I don't give a
He
fuck.
couldn't hold himself. He laughed right after.
I honestly checked out for this season, man.
No, we're gonna win one of those games Chelsea have left. Newcastle United or
Okay.
City.
What
We're
do we-
winning one of the games.
Okay, so forget about this game. Go back to the actual the games for this week.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Aston Villa, Man United, Bournemouth. What are we saying?
Man United
Bournemouth
win.
relegated. They're not playing anything.
Nah, they're not.
Well,
Bournemouth are not relegated. They're
Bournemouth's
safe.
not relegated.
oh,
They're
that's
safe.
bro.
Southampton.
Bournemouth staying up. I'm saying Liverpool win, convincing,
And Bournemouth win.
and
Yeah, he's gonna
no,
say it.
and Man United win.
Oh, you surprised me again.
So
Yeah,
Uh,
I think Bournemouth's gonna win.
I
They're
want.
playing well.
I gotta say what I
oh,
want.
yeah, Rashford's back. Rashford's back. Okay.
I'd rather him on the bench anyway.
Any news? Martinelli's out for the rest of the 2 games for the season. Glenn, he's out. David
Miguel,
Ortiz reported it yesterday.
Yeah, I say Villa and Liverpool tie, and obviously I'm gonna back my team to win, and that's more of what I want, not what I expect. I hope Villa take
I
points.
can't lie. I think top 4 race will be done this weekend. Aston Villa will drag Liverpool out of the Champions League race.
Well, I'm surprised you guys actually like you're backing what I said. I thought you guys would call me out for that.
Guys, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal.
No, I
what do
didn't
you
know
say?
Liverpool playing at home.
Hamza, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal. I know this is your time. You love saying Arsenal's going to do you a favor and lose and you're going to win the league. This is what
Yeah, this one, I think
Arsenal wins. Easy.
I'll say I want Arsenal to win, so we can need to beat Chelsea. Yeah, I don't want to get free title, but I just sense that Nottingham Forest are gonna play for they're fighting for relegation, and there'll be an upset. I think Nottingham Forest 2-1, and I think Arsenal strong. I just sense that the hungerness, the drive, they want to win.
They're
You know what,
terrible in
Forest-
defense. They are
The thing
so
is,
terrible in
Forest is
defense.
not far away
Hamza.
from safety as well. Like, I think
Forest has been grinding results recently.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
but they're
do-
home.
So bad in defense.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, they are
They're home. Let
And
me
their
check
stadium's pretty big.
Let me check the league table. Where are they exactly?
They, I think, two
They're
places
15.
above a safety,
Yeah.
but it's really tight over there.
I might think. I might think.
Oh,
they
they're
might
16th.
tie.
They're 16th. They're
Yeah, I
16th.
think they might tie.
Yeah, Wolves beat Everton, man. Wolves beat Everton.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you, Arsenal's gonna win. There's easy game for
okay, Arsenal win there. They're not under pressure.
Yeah.
I think they'll
Nottingham
tie. I
Forest.
don't know why.
realistically, Nottingham Forest, literally, like if they win,
Moses thinks that you're gonna lose that game.
Nottingham Forest is poor in defense. They're like horrible in defense. They're like one of the worst
I can't
defenses.
lie,
In
Yeah,
the
but a game like this big in their stadium with their status basically in the Premier League on the line, I think they might get a point.
I'm
Just
not-
because
no.
simply they're at home. If they were away, I would have 100% said
And
Arsenal.
that means what for City?
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We win
No
this
chance,
game.
no.
We win
Still
this game
have to
2-1. It's gonna be a tight
I think
game.
it's easy.
I think it's
easy
I
game.
think it's a close game, but we win it 2-1 probably.
I don't think I don't see Arsenal conceding. I just
Ooh.
don't.
Clean sheet.
Yeah, I don't think Arsenal. Who?
Guys, don't
Wait,
forget
Grant-
when Arsenal, when the pressure is off, we turn into Barcelona.
Bro, the pressure. You guys told me the pressure was off last week, and you got smacked by
No,
Brighton.
the
I'm
pressure
proud of
wasn't
hearing
off.
that.
The pressure wasn't off. We can still win the league potentially.
No, Igal, no, because
can
Igal, I swear to God,
He
Igal,
called
on
you
my
out,
on
man.
my Arabic show with the Arsenal fan, he told me the same thing. He told me Brighton game there was no pressure. You're telling me there was
He
pressure.
lied.
You guys just
Bro,
flipped up so much, bro.
Bro, he lied because
Arabic show. What is it?
immediately when Man City won,
You have your own channel.
everyone's heads were gone.
I guess, bro. Before we go, I just need to ask Hamza something. Hamza, come back. Stop eating. Hamza loves to eat on stream, bro.
Yeah, he's always eating pasta or random shit.
Hamza, are you back? There he is. I just want to ask you
Yeah.
something because since we're talking about Arsenal and Man City, if the league will be finished this week or not, I want to know from you. Would you rather, let's say you win the league this week, or you'll definitely win it by next week. Would you rather have Manchester City play the last 3 games with their best team heading into the FA Cup final, or would you rather have those last couple games where the team is massively rotated and rested? Because we
Is
do
what
know that
ex-
you guys are good when you play so many games per week, or when you play when
No.
you're in form, you want to
No,
keep
no,
going.
no,
What
no.
would you rather
It's
have?
worked exactly. It's worked exactly what I've always planned. I told City fans, win it by Chelsea. Our players are so knackered, man. They played every
So are
2
you
days from
resting players
April.
versus Chelsea?
Rest everyone for Brighton. Rest everyone for Brentford. Let them relax. Rotate them 20 minutes, 10 minutes. But rest them because they're proper tired. Hey, go. You know we've played every 2-3 days.
Okay, what
from
about Chelsea?
April, beginning
Are
of
you
April.
resting?
Yeah.
Are you resting people for Chelsea?
Yeah, we're gonna
Foden's
rest the
playing.
players.
Foden's playing. Mara's playing. Haaland's playing. Alvarez playing. KDB's gonna get rested. Yeah.
That's the
And then
thing.
we're gonna
That's
play
the thing.
Gundogan,
I was gonna
Bernardo.
help.
We're playing
Hamza.
Is
everyone.
Gundogan
They're
gonna play?
they're gonna go for it. Yeah.
Pep
Is
Guardiola
Gundogan
Everyone's
never
gonna
play?
play. KDB's gonna
Pep
get rested.
Guardiola.
KDB's
Pep
gonna get rested.
Guardiola.
Okay,
Pep Guardiola
Hamza.
never rests a lot of players at one time. Never.
Hamza,
But that's why I'm asking, because if the league is
never
sealed,
been
would you rather see
Hamza.
the whole 11 rotated? Because especially on the last day, everyone tends to play some of the kids or whatever when the league is over. Because I'll tell you something, Hamza. If I see City the last 2 games not playing their best team, because you guys thrive off momentum. When you're winning, you just want to keep playing. If I see you guys the last 2 games rest your players and actually play like academy players and Ortega and go on
They're
them,
rotated.
I actually think that benefits us more going into FA Cup final.
Okay.
Because
They'll
I think you
rotate.
guys are a momentum team,
rotate.
and I'd
They'll
rather
rotate.
you see you guys. I'd rather see you guys actually rest your best
But they're
players.
tired. Fatigue is worse. Fatigue is worse.
Yeah, but
You
it's 1
can't
game a
have-
week, Hamza.
Okay, Hamza.
And
Give me
with
a
no
score
pressure.
prediction for Chelsea quickly before we
Chelsea's we'll beat them probably 4-1 or 5-0 or 4-0.
They'll smack them, bro. It won't even be close.
Can you show your
I'll smack your forehead, Hamza. We're gonna draw.
Hey, show us mercy, man. Oh my
My man
God.
can't even say it with a face.
I'm
They're
not
gonna
gonna
smack
go
them,
for the
bro.
3rd time, conceding
Okay,
10 goals in 3 games.
I'm not gonna lie. There's one more thing, guys. One more thing. One final thing, right? One final thing. Do you guys care about relegation? Who gets relegated, or do you have a preference?
We can talk about it.
Do you
I
have
want
a
Everton
preference?
gone, bro.
I want Everton gone too.
I want
I
Everton
want
gone
Everton to
so
go
bad.
down.
Because right now there's a possible 4 teams that can get relegated, right?
Show us
There's 4 teams: Nottingham Forest, Everton, Leeds, and what do you call it? Leicester. There's only 2 spots, and there's 4 teams.
I want Everton, Leeds, and Southampton.
Same. Everton and Leeds. I want Southampton are already gone.
Why
so
do you guys
Everton
want
and-
Leicester to stay up?
Away
That's
days,
for
man.
shits and giggles.
I like
Right.
Leicester. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
dislike
Leicester
Everton
away days.
more.
Number one. Leicester away days.
The
number
problem
one.
is I don't have no beef with Leeds. I don't have no beef with Everton. And Leicester, I kind of have beef with them, but it is what it is. Like
I don't like
because
Leeds
they
because I'm
won
a
the
Man
title
United
and you
fan.
didn't, and we
the
compared them to
Nottingham
the-
Forest is for me the ones that gotta go.
I want Forest to stay. I feel bad for Leicester. I don't hate Leicester. I feel like they had a bad season, but I think they deserve a second chance. Whereas Everton, they've been in the relegation zone for like 3 years in a row, and they never, like when you mess up and you're like, "I'll be better next time." They're just never
Never
better
happens.
next time.
I'm
They keep saving themselves, and they're back to shit again.
I'm disappointed
And I just
Aston
want them
Villa
gone.
didn't get relegated. I wanted Aston Villa to get relegated. Like, get rid of Aston Villa, get rid of Nottingham Forest, get rid of all these guys who come to the Emirates and sing champions of Europe. They're bullshit.
This is why I want Leeds gone, bro. Every time we play them, it's like a Champions League final in their stadium. They turn up against us, and then they get smacked by someone else.
Oh yeah,
I'm
but
so
that's
tired of
the
their
derby.
games.
That's the derby game.
They're entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're very fun to watch, but they always take points off us, and I'm sick
If
of it.
Everton go down, it will be sad.
Nah, I'm not.
Not
Oh,
really.
did you guys see the Everton fan who lost his season ticket? And then someone sent him
I said
someone
keep
sent
it.
him thing and said a fan lost his season ticket.
I'm gonna return it.
He's like
Said-
you can keep it.
Yeah, he said I'm gonna return it to the lost and found, something like that. And the guy tweeted back. He said you can keep it, mate.
Listen, I'm out of here, guys. That was a good stream. Listen, big up Fator for jumping on, bro. Lakers play tonight. I know this is not a basketball channel, but what you guys saying? I say Denver is beating the Lakers, man.
I say I
Jokic.
don't watch. I don't watch Squeaky Sports.
I'll say Lakers come. I'll say Lakers.
You don't
come.
watch Squeaky
Right,
Sports. What the
serious.
hell?
I want Jokic to
I only watch hockey and
The
football.
only thing you squeak is something else, huh?
I don't know what kind of squeaky sport you think of, but my I call basketball because of the shoes.
All right, what we saying? I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done this ever on one of these shows. I usually do it on my other shows, but I'm gonna say it straight up.
Is that like a two teams left? There's like a final. Is that only two
It's
teams
a
left?
final in the West, so there's 4 teams
semifinal.
left. Yeah, semifinals.
It's a
So,
semifinal.
so it's still boring. It's still boring.
No, it's
No,
super
it's-
exciting. Lakers and Denver. I'm saying Denver win.
I'll
I
say
want
Denver.
Denver to win too. Yeah.
Denver go 2-0, 2-0 up in the series, and I think they win the series in 4.
You think they sweep them?
Wow.
Nah, that's insane, Igal.
No,
Even
no,
I can't say that.
No. I'm sorry. 6. I'll take it to 6.
Oh, you mean like 4-2? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say in 4, that was insane. There's no way they're beating them twice in LA.
No, my bad. Yo, Fator, what you saying? I know you're a Lakers fan.
I say
He's
Lakers
a
in
Bamba
6.
Club
I'm not-
fan.
I-
He's
at the
just
end of
following
the
LeBron
whole
James
football,
everywhere
yeah,
he goes.
I'm not that impressed with Nuggets, you know.
What?
I don't even see Nuggets over here, man. I thought it was Lakers and
Yeah, Nuggets in
the
the
miners
fourth
over
quarter,
here.
I'm not really that
Nah,
impressed,
it's
man.
Denver Nuggets.
No way.
Big up
So
Moses.
why are
man.
those chisels?
up
Why are
Moses.
those metal? Why are those mines?
Why are
like
people rooting
the
for the Lakers,
instrument?
man?
Come on,
Okay,
man.
so yeah.
Number
Just
18.
too many Laker fans, and they're too fake for me. I feel like there's anyone just hops
I'm
on
not
the
gonna lie.
LeBron
The
bandwagon.
7-seeded Lakers going to NBA Finals is crazy.
I don't want to.
That's the reason I don't like those kind of sports, because the regular season and ratings in US sports don't mean nothing.
No, in the
until
NFL it does. In the NFL, the regular season is massive. I love the NFL regular season.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you're going in the playoffs.
No, that's true. Unless you have a
Because
bye.
most of the time, the teams that actually play good in the regular season don't win the Super Bowl.
No, but the thing is, you get a bye in the Super Bowl. You get a bye in the NBA. You don't really get a bye.
And you don't play everyone in the NFL
Yeah,
anyways.
that's why I watch college football, and I don't watch no.
It's a different format. It's not for everybody, but it's a different.
You
format.
watch college football, like
Yeah,
college
like-
NFL football, like NCAA.
No,
College football
not-
it's big over here.
yeah, especially in the South.
It's,
You watch
it's very
Michigan?
massive.
What's your team?
Clemson Tigers.
Okay, my guy actually watches football. I didn't know that. That's sick. You learned something new. Okay, guys, we're out of here. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Big up to everyone who listens to this on podcast. I'm sorry for your headphones today. Headphones users, it's literally gonna burn your ears, but I appreciate
Hamza,
it.
come say bye to the fans. There he is.
Hamza,
Why you call him Hamza? He's Vincent
Hamza, say
Company
something.
from now
Say
on.
something.
Hamza,
Listen.
most of these people
One
are here to
thing,
watch
listen.
you, not us.
Sorry, Igao. One thing I don't eat, I'm vegetarian, yeah? I eat meat. But they brought me chicken on a bone, and I don't eat chicken on a bone.
It's called
Yeah.
chicken wings, man.
Chicken wings, whatever it is, yeah.
You
But I
only
have
have boneless chicken?
I have to only have boneless chicken. Yeah.
He's lazy, man.
Because I feel bad. I feel fine. I think about the chicken, man. So I don't want to. So I prefer boneless chicken, man. I love
Just
it.
end the stream.